So here's a short little video that'll hopefully help you with your homework for finding the nth term of a sequence. So first of all, we need a sequence of numbers. So we've got 2, 5, 8, 11, and 14. Okay, well, the first thing we're going to need to do, so if you're given a sequence of numbers like this, and you want to find the nth term of the sequence, the general term, first thing to do is start looking at what the gap is between each of your pairs of numbers, each of your terms. So if we look at 2, what have we got to add to 2 to get to 5? Well, we've got to add 3. And how do we get from 5 to 8? Well, we have to add 3 again. In fact, we have to add 3 to get from each term to the next term. So our general rule here is add 3. Well, what else goes up in 3s? Well, the 3 times table. And we can easily write this as 3n. So our general rule is whatever the gap is between our terms, we're going to put that just before n. So it's going up in 3s, we've got 3n. Okay, next step is to adjust our nth term here, because we've got 3n. Now, if we did a little table down the bottom here, let's have a little look. And we're going to put n across the top of our table. Now, when n is 1, 3n is going to be 3. When n is 2, 3n, so 3 times 2 is 6. And when n is 3, well, 3n, so 3 times 3 is going to be 9. Now you can see our sequence isn't 3, 6, 9, it's 2, 5, 8. So we've got to adjust our sequence here slightly. And we do this by looking at this number here. We've got 3. Well, how do we get from 3 to our first term of 2? Well, in this case, we've got to take away 1. So we're going to do that to our nth term. Just going to change colour there. We've got to do 3n, take away 1. And now this is actually our nth term. So this here is our answer. So if we were asked to find the nth term of this sequence, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, the answer would be 3n, take away 1. Okay. Let's do another quick example down the bottom here. It's not always going to be take away. Might be something else. So let's change back to our original colour. And our sequence this time is going to be 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. And that sequence can keep going. Well, okay, once again, our first step is to have a look at the gap between these two numbers. So how do we get from 5 to 7? Well, we need to add 2. How do we get from 7 to 9? We need to add 2. How do we get from 9 to 11? Yes, you've guessed it, we need to add 2. So what do we do with our 2? We make it into 2n. Okay, next step though. 2n would just make the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And that isn't our sequence. Our sequence is 5, 7, 9, 11. So we need to get from 2 to our first term, 5. What do we need to do to 2 to get to 5? We add 3. And so we're going to do that to our nth term. So it's 2n plus 3. Okay, last little example then. Sometimes once you've found the nth term, you might be asked to find, say, the 10th term. Question might say, use your nth term to find the 10th term. Well, this is quite easy. Once we've got the nth term, we can substitute our 10 here into our expression. And where we've got n, we'll change it for 10, because that's what we want. We want the 10th term. So 2n is the same as 2 times n. So we'll have, instead of 2n, 2 times 10 plus 3. 2 times 10 is, of course, 20. Still got the plus 3, and so our final answer is 23. So our 10th term is 23. Good luck.